Right now, take a second and think about this. Somewhere inside your body, a cell has just died. And at the exact same moment, another brand new cell is being built to replace it. This isn't happening once a day. Not once an hour. It's happening every single second. Your skin is rebuilding itself. Your blood is constantly renewing. The lining of your gut is replacing old cells. Even your bones are quietly repairing themselves while you watch this video. But here's something most people never think about. Every one of those repairs depends on one thing: the food you eat. Or more specifically, the nutrients hidden inside that food. Now here's the scary part. According to global health research, nutritional deficiencies affect well over 1 billion people around the world. That means millions of people are eating every day. Yet their bodies still aren't getting what they truly need. And the consequences don't always show up immediately. Sometimes it's constant tiredness. Sometimes poor concentration. Sometimes weaker immunity. Or thinning hair. Or bones that slowly become more fragile over the years. The good news? Your body doesn't need expensive supplements. It doesn't need detox drinks. It doesn't need miracle powders. It simply needs the right nutrients. In the right amounts. So over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the 7 nutrient groups your body needs every single day. Plus one incredibly important thing that almost everyone forgets. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to eat, how much you need, and how ordinary everyday foods can provide almost everything your body is asking for. Let's begin. 1. Protein, the repair crew. Quick question. How much protein did you eat yesterday? Most people have no idea. And that's exactly the problem. Protein isn't just for bodybuilders. It rebuilds your muscles while you sleep. It gives your body the raw material to grow healthy hair. It even builds the enzymes and hormones that run your entire metabolism. So how much do you actually need? Roughly 0.8 grams for every kilogram you weigh. If you're 50 kilos, that's about 40 grams. At 60 kilos, about 48 grams. At 70 kilos, about 56 grams. Now let's make this real. Say you weigh 60 kilos. Your target is 48 grams. 2 eggs, that's 12 grams. A glass of milk, 8 grams. 100 grams of chicken breast, 31 grams. Add it up. 51 grams. You've already hit your target, with room to spare. No protein shake required. 2. Healthy fats, food for your brain. Here's a fact that sounds made up, but isn't. By dry weight, your brain is nearly 60% fat. Strip out the water, and fat is what's left holding the whole structure together. So what happens if you cut fat too aggressively? Very low-fat diets can reduce your intake of essential fatty acids, the very building blocks your brain uses to construct its own cells. And one type matters more than most. Omega-3 fats, especially DHA, are major structural components of the brain itself. So where do you get them? 30 grams of almonds or walnuts. Half an avocado. A tablespoon of olive oil. Fatty fish, like salmon, twice a week. Chia seeds. Flax seeds. Small additions. Big impact. 3. Carbohydrates, the fuel everyone fears. Carbs have a reputation problem. But here's the truth. Under normal conditions, your brain runs primarily on glucose. Cut carbs too hard, and you may feel foggy, slow, unfocused. Now, there's an exception. During prolonged fasting, or on a ketogenic diet, your brain can adapt and run partly on something called keton bodies instead. But for most people, most days, our glucose is the main fuel. The real question isn't whether to eat carbs. It's which carbs. Oats, brown rice, whole wheat, sweet potatoes, fruit, beans. Those are the ones that fuel you well. Sugary drinks and refined sweets? Not so much. Bread isn't the enemy. The soda next to it might be. 4. Fiber, the nutrient nobody talks about. Protein gets all the attention. Fiber does the quiet, unglamorous work. It feeds the trillions of bacteria living in your gut. And your gut microbiome interacts closely with your immune system, and even influences your metabolism and brain signaling through something scientists call the gut-brain axis. So how much do you need? Women, about 25 grams a day. Men, about 38 grams. Here's the uncomfortable part. According to the American Society for Nutrition, only around 5% of men and 9% of women are actually hit that number. Almost everyone is falling short. The fix is simpler than you'd think. 1 apple, 4 grams. A cup of beans, 15. A cup of oats, or 8. Broccoli, 5. 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, or 10. Small swaps. Real difference. 5. Calcium, more than just bones. 99% of your body's calcium lives in your bones and teeth. But that remaining 1%, floating in your blood, is doing something urgent. It helps your heart contract normally. It lets your muscles fire, every single second. So what does it take to keep that supply steady? About 1,000 milligrams a day for most adults. A glass of milk gets you 300. A cup of yogurt, the same. 30 grams of cheese, 200. Sardines with the bones in, around 325. Leafy greens and calcium-set tofu help too. 6. Iron, oxygen for every cell. Ever felt exhausted? For no clear reason? This might be worth checking. Iron is what allows your red blood cells to actually carry oxygen through your body. Men need about 8 milligrams a day. Women, between 19 and 50, need about 18. 100 grams of beef gives you roughly 2.6 milligrams. A cup of lentils, about 6.6. Spinach counts too, though plant-based iron is absorbed less efficiently. Here's the trick. Pair plant iron with vitamin C. Oranges. Guava. Bell peppers. In controlled single-meal studies, adding 50 to 100 milligrams of vitamin C boosted non-heme iron absorption roughly 3 to 4 times over. Now, that boost is smaller when you look at a full day's diet instead of just one meal. But the principle still holds. Eat them together. 7. Vitamins, your body's managers. Vitamins are needed in tiny amounts. But don't let that fool you. Think of vitamins as your body's managers. They don't build muscle. They don't provide energy. But they tell thousands of chemical reactions. When, where, and how to happen. And here's the surprising part. A 2023 study pooling data from 7.9 million people worldwide found that about 15.7% had vitamin D deficiency. And nearly 48% had insufficient levels. Even in sunny countries. Mostly because of indoor lifestyles and limited food sources. Vitamin A supports your vision. Vitamin C supports immunity and collagen, One orange gives you about 70 milligrams, one guava over 120. Vitamin D supports your bones and muscles, mainly from sunlight and fortified foods. Vitamin B12 supports your nerves and blood cells, found in meat, fish, eggs, dairy, and fortified foods. The one most people forget: water. Your body is 50 to 60% water. Even mild dehydration can measurably affect your mood, your focus, your physical performance. So how much do you actually need? Women, about 2.7 liters a day. Men, about 3.7. And that includes water from food, not just what you drink. Ending. Here's the twist. You don't need a single superfood. You don't need a supplement stack. You don't need a miracle drink. Eggs, milk, chicken, fish, beans, lentils, whole grains, fruit, vegetables, nuts, seeds. That's the entire list. Notice something? None of these foods are exotic. No imported powders. No miracle drinks. Just ordinary foods, all eaten consistently. So before you go, pause the video for a second. Ask yourself, how many of these 8 did you actually eat a day? 4? 5? All 8? Let me know in the comments. And if this saved you from buying a supplement you didn't need, subscribe. New evidence-based nutrition breakdown every week.